Hello everyone. Today we're going to discuss about the UML, that is Unified Modeling Language, and we also be discussing the major type of UML diagrams that we use in business analysis. So let's start. So let's talk about what is Unified Modeling Language. It is a language used for visualizing the software system, and there are two types of UML diagram broadly. First is the structural diagram, other one is the behavior diagram. The structural diagram is it captures the static aspects or the structure of a system, and it includes component diagram, object diagram, class diagram, and deployment diagram. There are other diagrams as well, which we can see in the next slide. Behavior diagrams are it capture the dynamic aspects or behavior of the system. So difference is it captures the static aspects, and behavior it captures the dynamic aspects. So in behavior diagrams, we have use case diagrams, state diagrams, activity diagram, and interaction diagram. In business analysis, we in most of the cases we use the behavior diagrams, and particular we use the use case, state, and activity diagram. Okay, so let's see what all the diagrams are there in structural and behavior. So UML classified into structure and behavior. In structure, we have composite structure diagram, profile diagram, object diagram, class diagram, package diagram, deployment diagram, component diagram. But these diagrams are not majorly used in the business analysis. Next is the behavior diagram, in which we have state machine diagram, communication diagram, use case diagram, activity diagram, timing diagram, interaction overview diagram, sequence diagram. We use this diagram, but most probably we use only three types of diagram in most of the cases in the documents as well. Whatever documents we prepare, either we prepare BRD, FRD, use case, or user story, we use three diagrams, which are state machine diagram, use case diagram, and activity diagram. So let's discuss about these three diagrams. So first is the activity diagram. So what is an activity diagram? It is basically more kind of a flow chart. But let's look at the actual definition. It says that it is a graphical representation of workflows of stepwise activities and action with support for choice, iteration, and concurrency. The symbols that we use in the activity diagram are the start node, that is in oval shape, action state, this is the symbol, control flow is an arrow, decision node is a more kind of a rhombus or a kite. Then we have a fork, in which we finally divide into two. We have join, where two different things join and make it a one thing, and end state we have a concentric circle. So let's see the activity diagram example. Okay, so here we can see that this is the start node, this is an activity. So we receive a order, then it is a fork where this thing is divided into two. This doesn't mean that either we do this or do that. We have to do both the things. But so first option is fill order. Okay, then we have a decision whether it is a rush order or it's a normal order. So if it is a rush order, then we have to arrange it overnight delivery. Otherwise, we have to arrange the regular delivery. And then we have a join over here. Okay, let's see the send invoice part as well. We have only one activity in this, just you have to receive the payment. And then we have a join over here, and that's the end. So let's discuss the use case diagram. So use case diagram is a graphical depiction of a user possible interaction with the system. Okay, so as the definition suggests, it is a user possible interaction with the system. Means all the all the interaction with of the user with the system. Okay, the symbols used are, this is the actor, the oval shape is the use case, this is a generalization symbol used between actors and use cases, association between actor and use cases, include and extend. So this is an actor. These are the use cases which are in the oval shape. Okay, and we have used include over here. So basically, this example is for the online shopping system where the customer can view the items, can make the purchase, can log in. To make the purchase, we have to use the user can also view items, and we have to use the complete checkout. Okay, and these are the actors. So complete checkout, we need PayPal, we need identity provider, we also need service authentication. Okay, all these things. So let's so we have shown, or we have saw the activity diagram as well as the use case diagram. Let's see the state machine diagram. That's the state diagram. So let's look at the definition. A state diagram is a type of a diagram used in computer science and related fields to describe the behavior of the system. And the symbols used are mostly they are same as the activity diagram, just where we have used activity. There's a different shape, and this is a rectangle. So we have we have to use this for the for defining the state, and rest are the decision box and final state that are the same. We don't use the fork and join over here, which we use in the activity diagram. So let's see an example for it. So this is an example of state machine bank ATM, in which we can see that the machine is off. Okay, it can be which signifies that it can be out of service, or so firstly we turn it on, then it can be idle. Okay, then it can serve the customer through it as well. So here we can see the example for the state diagram. Okay, hope now you are familiar with the UML diagrams, and basically you have to be familiar with the diagrams that we use in the business analysis. Moreover, that are the activity diagram, the use case diagram, and the state diagram. And rest, I do not say that you can leave it, but you can just have a look for it over the net. But for these three diagrams, you have to practice it a lot and be comfortable with it. Okay, so because these three diagrams could be used in the documents such as BRD, FRD, use case, user story, and all. So we have to include these so that it becomes easier for the developer to understand what we want to convey. Okay, thank you.